you're having a good Tuesday. I have the day off today, and I desperately need to put my fake nails back on because mine are looking atrocious, and I'm not even going to show you up close how bad that they are, because they're bad by anyone's standards. And they're also, my fingers are very dry. It's been very cold, dry weather around here, and I wash my hands a lot at my job, so even moisturizer is not very helpful. So I'm at my boyfriend's house. It is snowing just outside the window, and I felt it was time to make another one of these videos because I think some people who are newly discovering my videos, a few people have asked me to do more of these, even though I do have a lot, I think, of other ones you can go back and find, but I understand, I do have a lot of videos by now, so I'll just make a new one. I thought that I had another pattern of these here at my boyfriend's house that I had left here for the occasion when I was over here and needed to do them, and then never got around to it. So fortunately I did have these, which I did wear. These, you guys saw these I think in another video that I did recently. My sister gave me another pair for Christmas, and I'll use those now. So the other thing is, I mentioned that I had the horrible tragedy with my iMovie again this Christmas, so unfortunately I was not able to share with you guys any of the footage I recorded and edited and everything. That was going to be a pretty long video for you. That was in iMovie, I believe HD, whichever one is the icon, not with the star. If you use a Mac, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it's not the iMovie that has the star. It's the iMovie with just the director's, whatever the thing that directors close to say action. It's that one, the blue one. So unfortunately, it's all deleted from that, but it is in the other iMovie, which is the one with the star. I can see it in there, but it's not edited together, but I think the clips are there. So if any of you happen to know how to go about doing or using that, I would appreciate letting me know, because I think that's the program I was trying to use last year to make this pretty much the same video when it happened. And then this year I used the other iMovie, and it seems, the trouble seems to be that I will upload, or I will add lots of pictures to basically make a slideshow, and then I'll add in the sound, so I'll put the pictures in to line up with the points of the sound recording where they should be, if that makes sense. And then I had all that organized, and so then when I went to, don't mean to confuse you. So what I did, I added all the photos first, so there was a lot of photos. Then while listening to my headphones, I arranged the images to be a certain length, depending on the point of the audio that I was talking about. So that was all before I had actually put the audio in. I was just listening to it on my headphones. Then when that was all arranged and organized, the photos, then I went to add in the sound, to pull the sound from the iTunes library. And that is where the problem seems to be, because once I do that, it's searching, and then it crashes. So I think I will be able to upload some more videos now, because I think maybe my boyfriend has cleaned it or fixed my computer or whatever needed to be done. So I will try, and then I'll start with this video because because this one's probably going to be pretty long. Longer than I can upload it straight from my phone, because that can only be 15 minutes. So anyway, enough rambling about that. I will get to it with this. So I have here my imPress nails. There is a girl who watches my videos who I learned works for the company who makes these nails, so shout out to you. Maybe you're watching. These are in the short length. I never get the long length. I'm sure they look fine if that is what you like. I just prefer the short nails. These last up to a week. And if you've never heard me talk about this before, hold on, I have to move this table. This is driving me crazy. Okay. I have managed to figure out how to make them last for way longer than a week. I can even use them for up to about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks sometimes if I'm really careful. And the trick is that once I put them on, I wait the recommended amount of, well, first of all, I file them before I put them on, and then I wait the recommended amount of time before doing anything else to them, because they do say wait this amount of time before filing, but I do the filing first, so that keeps them from wiggling around while they're on my nail. Then the other thing is I put a clear coat over the top and right under the tip of the nail, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, because if you're like me and you don't have long nails at all, you don't have enough nail underneath that's going to be long enough to touch where the end of the glue is on the nail, so there's going to be some glue exposed. When that happens, it's easy for like dust and dirt and soap, food, anything you're handling day to day to get stuck to that glue, and it's really unpleasant and gross, and you can tell because it gets dirty, especially if you're wearing, not so much with the black nails, but if you're wearing like the French tips or something, it's really noticeable. So what I figured out is not only just to preserve the design, it also helps from water getting under the nails, because for the most part water stays out because the glue is really good. But when I first started using these, I noticed that part of the problem, I think, was that water and soap was contributing to that glue getting kind of gross. So I put a clear coat over the top and then right around the inside where the glue is, and that seems to really make them last a lot longer. So they come in this really cute bottle, which I've talked about before. I really like that they look like a nail polish bottle. You just twist the top and pull up, and then they pop open like this. They have a display here, which you can take out. And I like to pour them out. It says it comes with, I guess, 24 sizes. So the idea is that there will be a pair of nails to match all of your nails, whether or not they're the same number, because there's a number. You will definitely not be able to see it on camera, but there's a teensy tiny little number engraved inside of every nail, and the match to the nail has the same number. So that's what I like to do first, is match them up. But depending on the shape and size of your fingers or your nails or whatever, you might find that it looks better to have one number, like on this finger, but a different number on the match to that finger on the other side. It just might look better. you'll see what I mean. But alright, it also comes with a prep pad, which is basically like an alcohol or cleanser pad. It smells really strong, so don't get it too close to your face. This is to clean your nails once you are ready to put the other nails on, so that there's no dust or oil or anything that's gonna make the glue not last as long. So you'll let that dry, and then this, some people have told me they don't what's the word I'm trying to say, they aren't aware that the nail file is on the back of this thing, because it's hard to see when it's in the bottle. It just looks like this, or when it's in the packaging, so you'd have to actually turn it around to see. So it comes on the back. You can use it like this. My battery says it's gonna die. I hope it doesn't die. Okay. If it does, I'll just recharge my phone. But I like to take this off. It's easier, I think, to maneuver, and then I just throw this away. So I'll put that aside. Okay, so I poured out all my nails. Put this aside, or you could even put it like this. I use this, I put the nails that I'm not going to use in here, but you could put them in here also. So I'll just set that aside. And then I have a pair. These are, I can't read them anymore. La Tuis. The writing has come off. My sister's godmother gave these to me. So they come like this. I've had these for a while. These are my favorite tweezers. They're really precise and heavy, and they've got this neat little light. So you can push this button, and there's a light, but I won't need the light. I'll just need the tweezers. Alright, now I'm good to go. So first, the thing that I like to do, these are obviously thumbs. So sometimes you can tell which nails go together. So first I like to get all the big ones out. The little ones, it's harder to sort them by size, because a lot of them you'll think they're the same size and they're not, so that's why the numbers are important. The pinky nails I can always get because they're the smallest ones and they're the only ones that fit my pinky. So let me just get those pinky nails. They're the tiniest ones. They're this one, and where's the other one? It has happened one time, and I think, oh my gosh, I hope this isn't what's happening now, that the pinky nail, it did not come with two pinky nails, and actually I don't see the other one. I hope that's not. Yep, I think that's what has happened here. Yeah, this is a teeny tiny one. Let me count these real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 nails, how about that? So, they're supposed to be 24. One of these pinky nails is missing. So, I think what I can do, is I'm not going to put these all on. I will show you how I sort them. And unfortunately, I will not be putting them on because I'm not going to put on nails and then not have the pinky nails. And unfortunately, in these packets of nails, the only pinky nails that fit me are the smallest ones, so I couldn't use another one in its place. So anyway, this one has a number inside, which you cannot see. It is number, I don't know why that says 11. It says 11. They're also very hard to read. So I line it up like where which nails, which fingers it's going to go on. So that's where that one's going to go. Okay, then I like to match the numbers. It's just easier to start that way than to try to find ones that fit and everything. So this one, this is a big one, this is 2. It's not as big as that one, so it's obviously not going to go. So that's 2. This one is 1, so 2 and 1. This is 1, 1 and 1. Alright, I know this one fits. It might be slightly too big, so I'm going to keep those together. And I'll try them in a minute. I'm going to move this pinky nail since I know I'm not going to be using it. This one is a 0. This one is a 2. So 2 and 2 go together. This one fits. That one fits better than the first one, so I'm going to put these 2 away because I know now that these fit better. This one is still, I think, a 0. This is the only one big enough to match it. It's too big. 0, 0. So I'm going to get rid of those. Alright, then I've got these slightly wide ones, which I know don't fit on any of my nails. They're too wide. This is a 3. This one is probably also, yes, this one's a 3. These don't fit. It's important though that even if they don't fit, like, you try them on the other hand, because for example, it almost fits on this nail, but it doesn't fit at all on this nail. It's way too big. So 3 and 3. Alright, can get rid of those. It's also important that you, if you can't see these very well, I like to even sometimes use a magnifying glass to read that number, because you'll think it says 3 or 8 or 9 or 7 or something, and then you'll be wrong because it's so small. So unless you've gotten really good at knowing what their numbers look like, I would suggest to throw them out. Or not, what am I saying? Not throw them out. Don't throw them out. Okay, then you've got all these little nails that need to be sorted. So of those, I'm going to try to find the biggest ones first, just to narrow it down. Alright, this one's a 6. This one's a 4. This one's a 6. I'm going to put it with its match. This one's a 5, so 4, 5. This one's a 7, so, wait a minute, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's a 7, so that goes with that one. This is an 8. This one's a 4, so I think, oops, yeah, okay, so 4 and 4 go together. This one's a, oops, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, this says 6. I thought that these said 6, so let me check. Oh, nope, that says 5. Okay, so 5 and 5. Now, and then 9 and 9. Alright, if you find after you've gotten your nails out and you're missing the pinky nail or some nail, this has actually happened to me another time. I plan on, so after this video, I will probably email the company because they're really good about sending you coupons or whatever if you're not satisfied. So I'm probably just take a picture and send it to them because it's unfortunate when you buy these, they're not super cheap to buy in the first place. So it's a little unfortunate when you know that a bunch of nails won't fit you and you can't substitute this nail for any, because if I could, I would use some of the ones that are close to the same size, but the problem is these are the next smallest ones. They're way too big for my pinky nail. Like, they sit on top of where my cuticles are, and you don't want that because then it's sitting on your skin instead of down in your nail bed, and it's not going to last as long, and it's also sometimes going to be painful. So, yeah, I'm not going to put these on, but if that happens to you guys, I would definitely email them and let them know what happens. This has only happened to me one other time, so. Okay, so we've got the thumbs. So I'm going to lay the thumbs like where they're going to go. So one thumb here, one thumb over here. 1, 1. Alright, then if I had the other pinky, I would say pinky nail, pinky nail. Alright. Then what I find tends to happen is that the middle finger and my pointer finger tend to be roughly about the same size. So in that case, it's about finding a nail that looks longer, if that makes sense, on one of the fingers, because you could wear the same nail on either finger. So I'm going to start with one of the wider ones. Alright, this one is a 5. So first I'm going to try it on the middle finger. That seems to fit really well. Look at the extra nail that sticks off. That one fits. It goes inside of my nail bed. It's not on my skin. So that one feels really good. So I'm going to put that down as the middle nail. Just make sure that's a 5 too. Check that one, because sometimes they won't fit the same on both sides. Right, that one's alright. These don't seem to be fitting my other nails, so that's good. Alright, so middle finger. Leave a space for the pointer fingers. Alright, next, another wide one, just to check. This one also fits, but does it fit anywhere else? Okay, this one only fits my middle finger too, but now it's a matter of see how much longer this one sticks out than the one that fit before. So I think I'm going to go with the first middle fingers because those were shorter. So I'm going to get rid of these two. I'm going to put these aside. Okay, now we have a couple more wide ones left. Okay, we've got this one is a 9, no, 6, this one's a 6. I know it's not going to go on my middle finger now, so let's put it on the pointer finger. Alright, that fits nicely, but look how far it sticks out. Which is good if you're going for long nails, but if you're going for shorter nails, it's a little too long. So let me try it on this finger. it's a little too wide on this finger, so I know my options are for the pointer finger, so I'm going to leave those two there. I'm going to put them pattern side up so I know that I am still thinking about those. Alright, I've got 2, 3, 4 more pairs. Next widest one, this one is a 7. Try that. I freak myself out sometimes because when the air changes in this house, it rattles the doors and it scares me sometimes. So that just scared me. Okay, this one fits my nail pretty good. It's not hanging on my skin. And this one seems to be slightly shorter. I'll have to try and compare them. But I'll try it on this finger also. Seems to fit this finger pretty well. And it's a little shorter, so I'm thinking this will probably go on this finger, since the one that fit the same was too long on this one. So I'll go with this one for this finger. So that's one. The other one, this is still a 7. Okay. The tab side goes obviously where your cuticle is because it's round, and the top is more flat. Right. As you can see on this one, it fits, but it's a little longer, but that's okay. So I'm going to go with that one. So I've got your middle finger, this finger, then the pinky would be there. This is an 8. Let's just to be sure, try it on this finger. Okay, try it on this finger. A little long. Feels a little small for this pointer finger, but it's alright, so I'm gonna save that one. Next one is a 9. That one is also too small and too long. I can see my nails, so I'm going to throw those out. Oops. And then these last two are really small ones. So some people, these are a 10. Most people who have, I just have really tiny little fingernails. Most people probably would wear this on their pinky, a 10, because you see, if I really wanted to, I could wear it and no one would probably even notice that it was way too big. But the problem is I would, and it would be on my skin. It's not even touching my nail on the side, and it's too small for any of my other nails, so I gotta throw that out. So now all we're left with is which of these two pairs am I going to use on my pointer finger. So let's try this one again. Alright. That one fits. It looks like this. And that one fits, but it's really long. So what I like to do is compare it. So if you had your middle nail on at the same time, which one would be longer? And this one's going to be, let's see, middle nail, this nail. I think that'll work because they'll be about the same length. But I don't want it to be longer than my middle nail, so I'm going to go with the shorter ones. So that's that, and that's that, and I'm going to throw these out. So then, now that you've got them all sorted out, which ones are going to go where, my next step would be to file them. So I will show you on one. I'm not going to do all of them because it would take forever. So they suggest that you put them on and then you wait 30 minutes and file them, but I find it to be harder to do it that way because the curve of the nail makes it really hard to file. So if you can see, there's a tiny little notch right here that needs to go away, and my stomach's growling. So first, I always like to, so I don't mess up the design, I start by filing down, and then I like to get this thing right under there where the notch is. It's easier to do it this way when it's not on your finger already, because it's hard to get right under there. So that's good. Now I just need to, if you want them more rounded or whatever, you can do that. So that's what I've done, and then that's what it looks like. Okay, so then after I've done all the nails, I will go and using the tweezers, let me show you on one that I'm never going to use. Okay, make sure, well, I might. I also save these. I'm like a hoarder with these nails because sometimes you'll find that you want a nail that's like different from your other nails, and I like to save them. So, alright, this one's definitely too big, so I'll show you on this one. So after this, you can use your fingers to peel this plastic off, but it's hard to grip, and by the time you've put a few on, if you've messed up and you don't take the plastic off first, it'll be hard to take it off once you've already started. So I like to get my tweezers and just pull it off. When the first time I used these, I figured out when I was using my fingers, it's got all these notches. If you don't pull it off in one strip motion, sometimes this plastic will break off. Because see, it comes off in little pieces like this, and then it's hard because it gets stuck in the glue. So I like to use the tweezers because you can just rip it right off. So I do that for every single nail, for all 10. The side with the tab is the side that goes in your cuticle. So once I've taken the tab, or taken the plastic off, I flip them like this. Very careful not to touch them or drop them because they will stick to anything. They're really adhesive. And then what I do is start, in the box recommends us also, start with your pinky nails. So you'll get a pinky nail. I like to, even when the plastic's off, you can position it on your nail bed or your cuticle, whatever, before you push it down, because you want to get it really straight. And then you hold it and mash it. I like to roll my finger around just to get the sides really good. You do that until you feel comfortable. I think it says like 30 seconds per nail or something like that, but it's up to you. So I start my pinkies, then I work to this fingers, then my middle finger, then my pointer finger, and then last do the thumbs, because it's easier to do things when you still have the use of these two fingers or your thumbs. So then by the time you get to your thumbs, you can still use your thumbs to mash them on. So I do all that. You don't get them wet or file them for, I think, like 30 minutes. And I'm constantly pushing on them too, and you'll probably find that you do that, sort of like licking your braces if you have braces, or retainer. It's like a habit, so I'm constantly pushing like this. And then I will put a clear coat over the top and under the edges. And you don't need to use a lot, because I used to find that if I used too much and it got down in the sides, that can be a good thing, but you don't want it to go onto your onto your skin, where like you have that spot. Ladies know what I'm talking about, that spot, like if you get clear coat on your skin and you can tell that it's on your skin, you don't want that, so be careful. when you do that. But other than that, that is how I do these nails. I hope you found this somewhat relaxing and weren't distracted by my stomach growling this whole time. And right now I'm going to go email the company. So hope you guys have a good day. If it's snowing where you are, I hope you stay warm, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.